Today I'm going to tell you about my Christmas shit show. I go to East Texas to have Christmas with my family, as I usually do. And my dad and I usually get the sweet potatoes ready, the stuffing ready, and then make sure the turkey is thawed and everything's good to go in the morning. And then we wake up early in the morning so we can stuff the turkey and have the ham and turkey cooking. So we got the turkey in the oven, the ham in the roaster, and everything is fine and dandy until about 11-ish, whenever we are gonna start making the sides. And Mom and I are getting the green bean casserole ready. One of my sisters is peeling the potatoes. Dad is getting the sweet potatoes ready to go in the oven. And all of a sudden, the power goes out. So I'm thinking that we tripped a breaker or something. So I asked my dad where the breaker box is. And he tells me it's out in the garage. So we go out there and he shows me, he points at boxes. So there are boxes in front of boxes on a table, and they're all stacked up. So I have to unstack all these boxes, get them out of the way, open the breaker box, and guess what? The breakers were not tripped. And I should have thought about that, because it was the whole house that lost power. So my other sister sent a message in the Facebook group to ask if anyone else was having power issues. And this turns out it's the whole neighborhood. The whole neighborhood's out of power. And this is like 11:30 in the morning, and you would think people are preparing for Christmas lunner, as we were. And so we all decide we're gonna finish the cooking at my sister's house that lives in the same town as my parents. She's a couple minutes down the road. So we load up all the cars. The one sister that was peeling the potatoes, she finished peeling at Mom and Dad's house, and then she loaded them all up in the stock pot that she was gonna boil them in. And so I go over to her house, get the green bean casserole in the oven, get the sweet potatoes in the oven, and she gets there, and then she's boiling the potatoes, gets the mashed potatoes all ready. Mom's making the gravy, and probably about 45 minutes after we get there, my dad sends a text that the power's back on. And the ETA was not until 1:30, but it got back on a little after 12. So we're in the middle of cooking. We're not gonna stop cooking and move everything back over and continue cooking. So we finish out all of our cooking, and then we're trying to figure out how we're gonna haul everything back to Mom and Dad's house, because it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be fresh out of the oven, or fresh off the stove. Whatever's cooking, it's gonna be hot. And luckily my sister had Amazon boxes from Christmas, and I decided to load all of that up. The sweet potatoes were really messy because the juice was all the way to the top of the pan. So I borrowed one of her pans to put underneath the pan that had the sweet potatoes, and then I put that inside the box, and then we get it all over to Mom and Dad's house. We get it all laid out, all pretty, and we had our Christmas lunner, and it turned out well. It just was a little bit of a shit show beforehand, but I'm not surprised. So that's all I've got today.